Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a quick video to tell you 10 different ways that you might be able to just kind of change things up when you're playing Farming Simulator 19. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, so these are just kind of 10 tips that apply to all platforms. Yes, I made sure they apply to all platforms, whether you're on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC or Mac. These will apply to you in some way. Now, obviously, if you're on PC, some of these might be easier to accomplish, but still, there's ways to get around all this. So these are just kind of 10 different ways, because you might be thinking, well, Farming Simulator 19's been out for almost 3 years now. We're waiting on Farming Simulator 22, and some of you guys are quite honestly and quite reasonably starting to get bored of Farming Simulator 19 because you have so many hours in it and you felt like you've done everything. Well, you may have done some of these things already, but if you haven't, these might be just some different ways to kind of reinvigorate you to play the game a little bit longer, or to hold you out at least until Farming Simulator 22 comes out and you've got a new game to try out. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So number one, try different maps. There are hundreds of maps to choose from. I think just for consoles alone, even there's 200 to 300 maps that are console maps. Now, obviously, they're available for PC as well. That's not what I'm saying. They're all only console. But yes, console players, you have tons of maps to choose from. So try playing on a different map. That's what I'd recommend. And again, some of these different ways to change things up with your gameplay might apply if you kind of you can kind of pick and choose and take multiples and kind of combine multiple of them together. So just think about that as well. Number two is to set a goal. So maybe you, like I said, number one, you try a different map and then you set a goal like, you know what? I want to start with nothing and I want to make $10 million and own the entire map. That's my goal. I have to accomplish that goal. You can do anything, any number of goals. Just kind of get creative with it and do something like that. Because some of you guys just kind of get on a map just to play and play around with it, and you don't necessarily have a goal or an aim. You kind of get little goals as you go along to progress your gameplay, but you don't have really an end goal. So that's what I recommend, something to kind of give you a little bit more. Number three, make your own game mode. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously we have Start From Scratch, we have New Farmer and Farm Manager. So yeah, those, you guys have probably played all of those or some of those. If you haven't even tried one of those, maybe try playing one of those. But here's one to kind of change it up for you. It's like maybe, like, you know what, I want to do kind of a survival thing. Maybe I just want to make sure that there's no money in the bank and all I have is a chainsaw. Well, you can add or remove money on consoles and PC. Yes, there are mods to remove money on consoles, or you can lease equipment and return it repeatedly until you get down to the amount you want. But there are the farm tax signs and the government subsidy mod, which allow you to add or remove money in to kind of set up your own thing. And that kind of goes along with my next option here for make your own game mode. Maybe make a roleplay mode, like roleplay a situation to make it fun for you. Like you inherited a farm from your family. Maybe your family has a farm. You set up the farm with as best you can with mods you have available. Do something, make it your own. Do something sort of different game mode for you that kind of changes it up. Continuing on there, try modded equipment. Now, I know that this might kind of seem obvious, but there are thousands of different mods on just the Mod Hub alone to use. Try different stuff. Use something else besides your go-to equipment. For me, like a lot of you, maybe you like the Lizard Subsoiler 6M because it's the best plow on the market and it's just so easy to use. Try something different. Make it so you have to plow with something ridiculous. I don't know, do something different, change it up. You're looking for a way to kind of change up your gameplay, then change it up, do something different, use different stuff. Use some of those 14,000 3-meter cultivators we have in the Mod Hub. That's just a joke, we don't have that many. Close, but not quite that many. But yeah, just use different stuff to make it fun. Number five, make a challenge. Be like, you know what, we can only use vintage, older, or small equipment on this farm. That's what we have to do to keep it up and running. Or be like, you know what, maybe I can only make money using animals. That's my challenge. I can grow crops, but I can't sell them. I can only make money if I make it off of my animals. So just to kind of change it up, that might be a great way to go. Number six might kind of shock you, but don't farm. There are tons of maps out there for PC and console that allow you to do other things besides farming. Now, PC does have more options for this. I will give you that. PC has mining and digging, but console does have some out there. So, for example, console players can sell sand on Rasvet if they want to. That's a map on the Mod Hub for consoles. So that is an option for you. Number seven, I would say play multiplayer. If you always have played by yourself, well, try setting up a multiplayer, which you can do for free, by the way, a multiplayer session. Play on a map with friends and work together, or compete to kind of see who can make the most on a map, or you know, do something fun. Try it out with other people so you guys are kind of working together. It might actually make it a lot more fun for you, especially if you're chatting with your friends while you're playing it. Especially in the times we're in, it's important to kind of spend time with friends, even if you can't be in the same room with them. So yeah, definitely something I recommend trying out. Number eight, oof, you guys are not going to like this one. Logging or farming. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're one of those people that has never logged and you're like, I hate logging, try it. Go for it. Just do it. See if you can't make a living logging. Do what I like to do is take a forestry map and clear it and build a farm on it from scratch. Do something like that. That'll be a lot of fun. It'll take you some time. It's just fun to kind of build a farm up like that, I will say. Especially if you haven't seen my Willamina Forest series, you'll like that one if you want to see something like that. Now, and then again, if you are one of those people that are big into logging, try farming. Go to a map that's all about farming. Change it up. Do something different. That's something I definitely recommend if you wanted to do that. Number 9 is production. Try only making money with production facilities, or just try to use more production facilities. You might say, whoa, this is a PC only thing. No, there are plenty of mods out there, especially with the stuff that ER Shaba puts together. There are options out there on certain maps, of course. You have to do it on the maps that are ready for it, but there are options out there for console players to be able to use production facilities and make different production items. And of course, there's tons of options for PC players, especially if you've seen my Global Company tutorial series. You know there's quite a bit of stuff out there. So yeah, I would say use production facilities. Be like, you know what? We can grow, we can harvest whatever we need, we can make stuff with animals, but the only things we can sell is stuff that we've actually, produced using a factory. That might make it a little bit more fun for you and kind of change things up a bit. So that's one way I kind of recommend changing your gameplay up. Number 10, and my final way that you might be able to change up your gameplay, is play with like Seasons or Maize Plus or precision farming. Don't want to because it's hard? Well, just go for it. The basics are the same, and the way to reinvigorate you into playing FS19 might just be to try something new like that. If you've never played with Seasons is probably is fairly easy to step into, I would say. And there are tutorial series, including my own tutorial series on Seasons that's out there to help you get into it. Now, I am working on a Maize Plus tutorial series, which that will kind of help you get into that if you want to actually know what you're doing before you jump into it. And I do have some guides on precision farming, and other people have better guides out there on precision farming as well. So yeah, I would say do a combination of those or try those. I don't even know if Maize Plus and precision farming will work together, but you could try it. Just change it up, do something different. That'd be just kind of ways to just completely change your gameplay. Now, if you play with all three of those things in every combination, I can't help you there, but yeah. Anyhow, guys, I don't know if this will help you or not, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to put this together just to kind of be like, hey, you know what? There are other ways to play the game. This might give you some ideas that you haven't thought of before. These are just different ways that I've thought about playing the game. And for me, I feel like I will never run out of stuff to do on Farming Simulator 19 if I wanted to. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this, guys, will get you more motivated to play some Farming Sim 19, because it is a fantastic game while we sit here and we wait for Farming Simulator 22. But yeah, those are 10 different ways that you might be able to just kind of change up your gameplay a little bit. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.